Hello and welcome to Console Accessories. My name's Lee, and on today's video we're going to be looking at this. Okay, so this is the Gamesir VX2 Aim Switch Gaming Keyboard and Mouse. And what it essentially means is you can use this keyboard and this mouse with a PS4, an Xbox and a PC. Why would you? Because they're natively supported. More importantly, it is compatible with the Nintendo Switch. So that's what we're going to focus on in this video. So we've already done a couple of videos on keyboard and mouse for the Nintendo Switch. And first of all, we looked at this. It's the KX adapter. Very basic. So essentially what this is you just stick your mouse and your keyboard in there and you look at the instructions and it tells you what controller button goes to what keyboard press. Okay, it's very basic, about $20, give or take. Then we looked at this. This is a bit of a step up. So this is going almost double that. You're looking at about $35, $40 for this. It's the PXN K5. It does the same thing as this. You plug your keyboard and your mouse in, and then you plug this into your dock. And what you can do separates this one from this one is you can change the keybinds. So you can change which controller buttons change on which on your keyboard. So that's a bit of a step up, but that's about double price. So you're looking at about $35 or $40 for this one. And then moving on to this one, this is a whole step up. So this cost me £135. Okay, so you can get this on Amazon. It's quite a lot. It's a massive step up from the other two in price. So I wanted to see what it was like and all the functions, just to see if it was worth the outlay of that price, because that is a lot of money compared to the other two. A lot of money. Okay, so what we're going to do, I'm going to break this video down into 3 parts. The first part is going to be, I'm just going to unbox it because I haven't looked in it yet, completely fresh. Then I'm going to go away for a couple of days and I'm going to use it, and I'm going to come back and we're going to have a go, and I'm just going to talk to you about it and see my thoughts on it and compare it to the KX and the PXN adapters. And then the third part, we're going to jump into a game of Fortnite, see if we can get that all important victory royale, see how many times it takes me to get there. Okay, so let's go over the box. First impressions are, it's really heavy. It's a bit of a beast. Okay, so on the front, just as you'd expect, Gamesir VX2 Aim Switch Gaming Keyboard for PS4, Xbox One, Switch, PC. One combo for all consoles. And it says it comes with that, the mouse and the receiver. And TTC mechanical switch. On the side, just a bit of branding. And then on the back, a few languages, but in the blue, the English. Mechanical red switches, integral panel, 7-key roller, ultra precise agility. Bit of tech spec for you there. More my language, RGB backlight with 16.8 million colours, perfect, and highly customised for each game by the G Crux, which is the app. So you have an app on your phone, and we'll change that. So as I said, in the second part, I'll go away and I'll have a play about with it and see what I can do with it. Okay, so let's get it open quite handily. There's a, pull that, and then we need to get this open. So let's get my blade and just cut this. There we go, look at that. That's quite big. Let's take this plastic off. This is a lot bigger than I thought it would be. A lot bigger. Look at that. That's big. And then got a little bit of a note, dear customer. Then got some other bits here. Bits there. There, and I think that's it. Yep. Okay. Let's get rid of this so we can go over what we get. Okay. So there's your keyboard, and then here's the mouse. Okay, with all the lights on it. So these are holes. They're not filled in with any acrylic or anything. They are holes. And then the USB mouse. Lovely. Here is the adapter, and you get a USB to USB Type C adapter. Guess that's for, we can try that with the Switch handheld. Poke that in there. See if we can get it out without it being sort of like straight into there, like that. Test that out later. And then we get another USB Type C. Then we get the user manual on how to use it. Great, I'll go through that. And there we go. A couple of stickers. Love it. And then I guess this is a quick start guide. Okay, so first impressions are, Feels really nice quality. Feels really good quality. I mean, this is a beast. Let's get it weighed, because I want to talk to you about how heavy this is. Okay, so straight off, it's 556 grams. That's a beast. Love it. Love it. It's really nice to be able to do that. And this is a mechanical keyboard as well, so nice button presses. Okay, so the idea is with your mouse, you plug that into the side of here, like this, I guess. And then this adapter here will attach to the dock, and then it's kind of wireless. So this will talk to the adapter and you can play it like that. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna get all this together. I'm gonna go have a play with it for a bit. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna talk you through to see my thoughts on whether this is any good. Okay, so see you in a bit. Okay, welcome back. We've had a look at the unboxing. Now we're going to be going through, just having a look at this whole system itself. And as I said before, it's around £130 for this. So $100 to $150, that's a lot of money, and just wanted to go over it just to see if you think it's worth the money and where you're going to be spending your money, because it's a little bit different to the other two adapters, and I'll explain why in a bit. Okay, so here we have the mouse with a 1.5 meter cable, bit of a whopper, that's lovely, and that plugs into the side of this keyboard, into there. Then the keyboard itself, it's a one-handed keyboard, obviously, and all the buttons are virtually the same size, apart from the T, G, and the F5 and the space. They've all been resized to fit there. And then you have this here, which is like a D-pad, so you up, down, left, and right, no clicking, up, down, left, and right. And then on this side, you've just got your power button, and you've got a USB Type-C port in there for charging this up. Now, I haven't actually needed to charge up yet, so it's been going good straight out of the box for all of this time, and you get yourself a cable there to use. And then finally, this adapter, as I said before, this is when you plug in your PS4 controller or your Xbox controller. With a switch, you don't need to do that. And this USB here, so plug this into a spare USB slot on the dock. And as you can see, without me doing anything, it actually connected. So straight out of the box, when you want to connect it, if you just go down into system settings and you go to controller settings, just make sure that that Pro Controller wired communication is set to on. Then really, when you just plug this all in, it just connects automatically without actually doing anything. I didn't need to do anything. I didn't need to go and search for the Joy-Cons or anything. So it was really good. The setup was faultless. I didn't have any issues at all. I didn't need to tell it that it was a Nintendo Switch, and I've actually swapped it over onto my PS4. Same again, just instantly found it. Then straight back onto the Switch, instantly found it. I didn't need to tell it. Like with the other adapters, you have to press Control 2 to tell it which system you're on. With this, you didn't. It just found it automatically. So the setup was awesome. Okay, so what I want to talk to you about now is where I think you're paying your money for. Okay, so I think what you're paying for money is the app. Okay, so once you've downloaded the app, it's called the G-Crux app. So once you've downloaded it, I'll put some better screenshots up there while we're doing this. Once it's connected to this, you can't connect. So you can hit that and it will just go, no, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna connect. What you need to do is you need to tell this that you want to connect it to the app. And you do that by pressing FN and then pressing the app key. Then once you've done that, it will automatically connect as it's done there. And here we go. So once you're in there, when you hit the modify, you have all of your most popular games they think that you might want to use a keyboard and mouse for. And I've just set up the top two to be Overwatch and Fortnite. So I've set that onto 1 and Fortnite onto 2. And when you go into it, it's here. This is where your money is, okay? So when you go into the Overwatch setting, you can go into the configure name, change with the mouse, you can change the ADS, change the dead zone, change with the button settings. You can change loads. You can tinker to your heart's content. This is where it is. This is where you can set the frame rate, the DPI, the ping, smoothness, vertical, horizontal in the ADS, the mouse sensitivity, smoothness, horizontal, vertical, loads and loads of tweaking. On the PXN, which was a darn sight cheaper, you've only got sensitivity up and down. This has got a lot more settings. So if that was something you want to do, then really it's going to have to be this system, because it really does have a lot. And you can set up 5 different slots, and you can get them, you can change them up on the fly. So again, I'm changed to the app. So if you look in here, I'm not connected to my Nintendo Switch. You need to tell this you're connecting it back to the Nintendo Switch, and you do that by pressing FN and this one here, 5. And then what it does, it goes off, it flicks for a bit, boots up, and you're back on. Really, really simple. As well, this FN key here, you've got the volume. When you press FN, you've got volume keys. I haven't found them to be able to work. And then you've got you can change the colour, so you can have it red, green, blue, white, off, multicoloured, and then flicky, and then this here, and just change it. You can have different patterns on the keyboard if you want. And then finally, this one just sets the brightness, so you can have it all the way up to the top, or different levels of brightness, which is nice. And then you also have page up, page down, which I haven't found a use for on the Nintendo Switch yet. Now, to change profiles, you remember on the app we had Overwatch as number 1, and we had Fortnite on number 2. So what I did to test it was I had on my Fortnite setting, I had A as the space key, and on my Overwatch setting, I had A as the C key. So to change between number 1 and number 2, you hold down FN, Alt, and press 1, or FN, Alt, and press 2. Okay, so let's press 1. Now we know we're on Overwatch. Now we know the A button is the C. Okay, so let's make sure we don't go there. So we go to there. So there we go. So that's the A, and the B buttons is space. We'll reverse that for setting number 2. So if we go into the Fortnite, now we're on Fortnite mode, and we know that A is the space. There we go, and B is that. So it's so easy to change. So if you've got a game, you're on Overwatch, FF1, you think that's great, I know I want to have a game of Fortnite, you don't need to faff about with the app. You just press FN that 2, and then you're on your Fortnite settings. So you can change all your sensitivity and stuff for your Fortnite, change it differently for Overwatch, and you can have them, you can change them on the fly just by pressing F1 and FN, Alt, and F1, FN, Alt, and 2. And you can have that for 5 settings for 5 games. You could have 5 settings for Fortnite if you wanted. That is excellent, and that's where your money is going. Your money is going on the app and the ability to be able to customize it to however you want. Similarly with the mouse, you can change the DPI just by pressing that button. You have all those different colors, they mean different DPIs. I know that green is the lowest of the DPI and the white is the highest, and you can change that. Like I say, you can use other mouse, but when I used my Logitech one, the sensitivity was all over the place, and I couldn't get the side buttons of the Logitech to work, whereas there's 2 buttons there, 1 and 2. They are mouse 1 and mouse 2, and if you know you're going to be using the app with this mouse, you know that if you change the mouse button 1 to that, mouse button 2 to that, it's going to work. Whereas any other mouse, we're not sure if we're not sure if it was going to work or not. Okay, so there we go. There's an overview of it. I think it's an excellent system. It works really well. I've used it on the PS4 and I've used it on Switch, and both work absolutely fantastic. I've never had an issue of it disconnecting or doing anything. I think it's brilliant, and I think you're paying for the app and they'll be able to customize it all. But it's a lot of money. Completely appreciate that. It is a lot of money for a lot of people. So you really, if you're really gonna want this, you're gonna have to use it a lot, because £130 is a lot of money to be able to use in this. But if that's what you want, if you want the best, if you want to be able to do all that tweaking, then this is the one to get, because I think this is absolutely fantastic. Just quite a lot of money, isn't it? Okay, right, well there we go, there we go. We said that it was going to be 3 parts. First part was the unboxing, second part we were going to go over some stuff, and the third part was going to be some Fortnite gameplay. So if you don't want to see the Fortnite gameplay, that's your video over. I hope you enjoyed it. Please just hit the thumbs up, please do subscribe if you're new around here, and if you've got any questions, because the tutorials, not much on YouTube, and the instruction manual isn't the best. So if you've got anything you want me to help with, do let me know down below. I'll try my best. I'm not an expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I will try my best. And then if you want to stick around, you can see some Fortnite footage of me playing Fortnite with this. And what I did was I set it up to be the Fortnite in the app, and I left it as standard. I didn't change anything. I just left it as it was in the app. Little spoiler alert, my first attempt, I unceremoniously became 6th with 2 kills, and then my second time I actually concentrated and this is the following footage. So stick a thumbs up, please do think about subscribing. I hope you enjoy the gameplay video, and this has been Console Accessories. My name's been Lee, and until the next video, bye bye.